Worcester will have a breakaway. He will have a breakaway, and he will be stopped on the rebound. They score! As there's a shot, a goal!
Oh, and a goal by the Falcons. McPherson with the point pass, and he lets it score!
Live from the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University, FATV presents coverage of Hockey Night in Fitchburg. And tonight it's a battle of Worcester County as South meets North as the Falcons of Fitchburg State take on the Worcester State Lancers. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Daniel Bolak. Happy to have you along with us here tonight on a wonderful Saturday afternoon. The Falcons coming into this game with a record of 10-5-2, 5-4-2 in the MASCAC, coming off a big 9-3 win over Westfield State on Thursday night. 8 different Falcons scoring, led by James Gordon, who had 2 of those strikes for the green and gold. Also of note, 4-point nights for Tyler Warilla and Nick DiNicola. They each racked off a goal and 3 assists. A big win for Fitchburg State, taking revenge over Westfield for a loss earlier in the campaign. For Worcester State, they're coming off a 6-5 overtime loss to UMass Dartmouth, the team we saw here on FATV 3 weeks ago. Mike Moran had 2 goals and an assist for the Lancers, while Mike Palmer, Ryan James, and Jake Corrales all found goals for Worcester State. But even though they outshot the Corsairs 34-31, 6 goals, a bit too much to give up. In the end, it was Dylan Radin getting his first goal for the Corsairs just 2 minutes into overtime. That was the difference that put the Corsairs over the top. As for Worcester State, coming into this game with a record of 11-6, 6-5 in the MASCAC, led by Mike Moran and his 13 goals and 10 assists for 23 points. But after that, the goal scoring pretty much balanced across the rest of the roster. Tim Drevich and Ryan James each have 5 goals on the season, both of them freshmen, and they're the next leading scorers. So Worcester State has just about anyone who can put the puck in the back of the net. You see the starting lineups being announced for the Lancers. Jake Corrales and Cody Slocum on defense. Ryan James, Mitchell Purdy, and Eric Pritchard on offense. And a bit of a surprise today, Corey Lignelli gets the start for Worcester State, just his 3rd start of the season. And now we look over and we'll see the starters for the Fitchburg State Falcons, led by Connor McPherson on defense, 1 goal and 8 assists in 16 games this season. Josh Saboyu, who got his first goal of the season Thursday night. He's played 15 games for the green and gold this year. Chris Vicario also tallied a marker on Thursday night, 6 goals and 8 assists this year for the sophomore. Patrick Germain, the former Worcester State Lancer, transferred to Fitchburg this year. He gets to start against his former team. And Corey Hayashi, the senior, 2 goals and 13 assists on the season. 13 assists, second on the team. And in goal, Brian McGrath gets the nod. It'll be his 10th start of the season. The freshman from Worcester getting the start tonight. We'll pause for the national anthem and be back with Puck Drop right here on FATV. Getting ready for puck drop here from the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg. Daniel Bolak here with you on FATV. John Gugerty is on assignment this week. Starting goaltenders for the two teams. For Worcester State, Corey Lignelli, the junior keeper from Glastonbury, Connecticut, will get the nod. Lignelli playing just his third game of the season. He won both of his starts. In fact, this is his first game against a Division III team. His other two games this year were against Division II squads, Franklin Pierce and Post University. Lignelli went 21-4-23 in his last start, a 4-2 win back on December the 8th. And for the Falcons, Brian McGrath gets the start. It's his 10th start of the season. The freshman with a 6-3 record, 527 minutes played. He's got one shutout on the season. A 273 goals against, but a 932 save percentage in line due to the fact that he has faced many shots this season. In fact, he gives up about 40 shots a game, and by that I mean he faces 40 shots a game. He only gives up 2 3/4 a game, but nonetheless, that's going to be one of the questions for Fitchburg State is how well will they be able to limit a Worcester State team that averages about 30 shots a game, but overall the Falcons give up nearly 39 shots a game. It'll be a battle of that Fitchburg defense and the Worcester offense as the puck is down, and we are underway here from Fitchburg. It'll go D-to-D for Cody Slocum. He takes a big hit as he gets the pass off, and Mitchell Purdy into the zone, doesn't get very far. Dumped out to center, and the Falcons try to pick up here on the far side. Looking for a centering pass. It was right behind Vicario, and now into the near side boards. Hit into the boards, Ryan James with the touch on for Worcester, doesn't get very far. Now into the right corner, and here is McPherson for the Falcons. Honor McPherson up to the red line, dumps in, deflects towards Lignelli. He'll stick it down as Cody Weaver into the left wing corner, takes a hit into the boards. Flicked on the far side. Here's Mike Moran, the leading goal scorer, into the right wing corner. Now leaves behind for Matthew Manning. Back for Moran, moving around to the left side. But good pressure by the Falcons as now Tim Drevich in the corner. Battling forward in the left wing corner. Falcons trying to dig the puck free. Castagna takes a shot gloved by McGrath. He'll hold on for a draw. Minute 3 into today's contest. Falcons 10-5-2 this year. They've gotten to 10 wins in 17 games, the fastest they got there since 2011, that MassCAC championship team, when they got there in 14 games. Drawn to the left wing corner, taken by Worcester. Trying to battle against the left side boards, now to C.J. Buckingham. Buckingham looking to leave it down to the left point as the puck continues to migrate out of the zone, knocked back into the zone, a delayed offsides. Worcester has to come back and tag up, and Fitchburg can get it out of the zone and send it down into the Lancer end. Cody Slocum picks it up for the Lancers, will hold behind his own net as the Lancers get it ready to reset and regroup, but that pass goes to center for no one in particular. Spencer Segee sticks it on for Fitchburg, but intercepted by the Lancers. Andrew Etheridge with a shot that's high and wide to the left. Out to the left wing corner, Fitchburg trying to retrieve in the alternate gold uniforms with green numbering and trim, going left to right in this first period. Pass for DiNicola, couldn't handle it. Lignelli comes out, sticks it along, doesn't exit the zone, but helped along by Khalil East. Over to the blue line, but now taken back. Here's DiNicola, top of the slot. He takes a shot, and the save made by Lignelli, gloving it down and holding for a draw. 17:55 to go in the first. One shot apiece, no score. For Worcester State, an 11-6 record. They are not used to winning this much, I will say. They won their first 8 contests of the season before they lost to Fitchburg State 4-2. That was their first loss of the campaign after 2 wins against 2 Division II teams. It's gone a bit south for the Lancers, 1-5 in the calendar year of 2018, 1-4 in the second cycle of MassCAC play. Looking to salvage something out of it with a win to close the second cycle. Flicked on to the Falcons end. McPherson the first to get there for Fitchburg, around the boards trying to find threats. And Worcester's game frequently is bringing the game to the boards. I've already seen a bunch of hits, players knocking other players into the boards as the puck battles migrate outside to the ends and to the boards. Here is Fretz, taken down cleanly by Sean Castagna. And now Ryan James gains the red line, dumps in to the right wing corner. Saboyu first to get there for Fitchburg, will flick it along and leave it for McPherson on the far side. Cross ice to the near side, and it'll be taken by Brian Allen for the Lancers. Allen up to the left side for Manning. Manning takes a shot, but it goes well wide to the right of McGrath. Now on the right side boards looking for a center. A long cross ice pass hard into the left wing corner. Kyle Hillick flicks it along, now McPherson for Brandon Eklund. Dean Zerby at the blue line, gets to the red line and no farther. Worcester takes it back, here is Moran. The junior with 13 goals, one of the linesmen taken out. He's taking a lot of hits here, the linesman. A lot of abuse in the left wing corner for him. Still another puck battle in the left wing corner. Now Fitchburg is able to move the puck out to center. Here is Kyle Hillick. Hillick on the right wing boards, takes a shot. That's blocked by Corrales. Goes behind the net, but Worcester will take it. Corrales will pass it off the boards to himself, and now to Cody Slocum. Along for Moran on the near side. He gains the red line. Zerby tries to stick off him, and that's going to slow him down just enough to force an offsides as Mike Palmer jumped into the zone a bit too soon. 16:04 to go in the first. 11-6 Worcester is. The last time they got to 11 wins in a season was the 2010-2011 campaign. They finished 11-12-3. If Worcester can come away with a win today, they'll reach 12 wins for the first time since 2001. It just shows how tough success has come for the Worcester State Lancers, but off to an incredible start, 8-0, one of their best starts in program history, although 2018 has not been so kind to them. Up to the near side in the Falcons zone. Etheridge trying to dig it out for Worcester. And Evan Burns trying to protect for Fitchburg. Now up the ice, this is Vicario for Hayashi. Hayashi takes a shot, blocked out in front. Second chance also blocked as well. Into the right wing corner now Hayashi. Top of the right circle. Tries to find Germain. Found a Lancer instead. Knocks it off the glass down the ice. Icing will be waved. Puck didn't quite get to the goal line anyway. Burns will pick it up as the Lancers change behind the play. Pass looking to be sticked down by Germain. He couldn't get a piece of it. And it'll go all the way down to the Lancer end for an icing. Falcons led by Dean Fuller in his 34th season, 527 career wins, 7th all time in victories at the Division III level. Face off to the left of Brian McGrath. And Worcester takes another draw here, but having a lot of trouble controlling it. A shot goes wide to the right of McGrath. You can see as Mitchell Purdy was coming in, the Falcon Vicario just trying to shake him off, knowing the hit is coming. And Worcester sends it back down into the Fitchburg zone. Victor, backhand pass, intercepted. Bad angle shot, but an easy stop by McGrath on the shot by Ryan James. Now Fitchburg having a bit of trouble getting it out of their own zone. Haven't had really that much in terms of scoring chances on either side thus far. As Burns will take it, Worcester will switch the lines up again. Fitchburg gets a puck on that one, a touch on that puck, and it'll be retrieved by Trey Palzinski. Palzinski now for Corrales on the far side, flipped along to the red line. And picked up by the Lancers offsides as Manning jumped the zone on the near side. It was well over the line. For Worcester State, they're led by Shane Toporowski in his 4th season, 35 wins, 53 losses, and 6 draws. A tough first couple of seasons, but 11 wins already for the Lancers in this season. Already his most successful as head coach. Puck taken in the neutral zone by the Falcons. Here's Tyler Warilla on the near side. Warilla winds, fires, and got too much air on that one as it sails into the netting and out of play. Shane Toporowski might be the only coach in the MASCAC who has his own Wikipedia article, as he's a former NHLer. Played 3 games with the Maple Leafs back in 1997. Face-off not really contested there, but won by the Lancers nonetheless. I think some people may have been thinking of a false start, but none given. And it's flipped onto the zone for Segui. Segui trying to clear the zone, had a bit of trouble doing so, but eventually it comes out to Di Nicola on the far side here. Sasha Figge. Figge into the zone, trying to stick handle around Castagna. Gets a centering pass, couldn't find Fretz. And now Worcester coming back the other way, a 2-on-2. And a shot from the right side, gloved by McGrath from Brendan Boyle. 13:35 to go in the first. That was just the 2nd shot on target for Worcester State in this contest. Not a whole lot of shots early on in this game. 2-1, Worcester has the shot edge. Draw will be to the left of McGrath. And Kyle Hayter messing up the face-off procedure. He gets kicked. But Worcester wins the draw regardless. From behind the net, East trying to center. Pinball's around in front, McGrath had it, and the puck came loose afterwards, but the whistle had already been blown, and still pushing and shoving after the whistle. Khalil East was getting into it for Worcester. We'll see what the officials call, if anything, but I think it's a little early. I think just a little early in the game to be calling penalties for rough stuff like that after the whistle. Maybe later in the contest, and especially if it gets out of hand, but for now, just let them know that such behavior will not be tolerated too much further. Into the right wing corner, as it is one of the Falcons trying to dig that out, and Ricky Kramer. Kramer backhands it out of the zone to the red line, retrieved by Slocum. And a whistle, icing is going to be called against Worcester, I believe. As Slocum sent it down the length of the ice, he was just behind the red line. Now Worcester's got to get those tired legs back on the ice. Draw will come to the right of Corey Lignelli. Only faced 43 shots in the 2 games he's played this year. A junior netminder, this is his 15th career game, 229 goals against, a .908 save percentage in his career, also has 1 shutout. Another 1 face-off by Worcester. They've been doing well in that department tonight. As Evan Burns has it for the Falcons back in his own end. Can't get that breakout pass taken by C.J. Buckingham. Buckingham, while falling to the ice, able to center it, but not to a Lancer. Fitchburg brings it up for Morilla. Morilla on the right side. He takes a shot, kick, save, rebound, dangerous rebound. And a whole mess of things happening there. I think Figgy thought he might have been able to put it in the net there, but I think he also hand passed it into the net. Official's got his arm raised to signal something as well. 12:36 to go in the first. That was the most dangerous scoring chance anyone's had tonight. So they're going to go and fix the moorings as the nets come off there. There is Dean Fuller, as we mentioned, his 34th season. Got his 500th victory 2 years ago against Franklin Pierce. And to get another round number, got his 525th victory against Wentworth 2 Saturdays ago. Zerbe keeps it in the zone for the Falcons. Trying to knock it out of the zone was Trey Pawzinski, couldn't do so. And the Falcons knock it back down. Played from behind by Lignelli. Knocked along, caught by Hillick. Hillick finds Zerbe, gets a backhand shot, saved by Lignelli. Second chance also stopped by Lignelli. Eklund in the right side. Knocked it to the boards by Brian Allen, and Worcester will streak up ice for Mitchell Purdy. This pass was for C.J. Buckingham, but Buckingham was coming off the ice. And Fitchburg able to dump it down. They'll change lines as Worcester retrieves. Lancers gain the attacking zone, but no further. And Worcester will have to try again. They'll go backwards so they can try to go forwards. But Fitchburg battling aggressively here on the forecheck. Discombobulating Worcester a little bit. Purdy into the zone, fakes a shot, takes it to the right circle, backhand shot, saved by McGrath. Fitchburg tries to transition out. And this is Patrick Germain into the right wing corner. Germain trying to get it to Vicario. Does do that, and he's knocked into the boards by Weaver. Officials say play on, as the Falcons may have wanted a interference call. Shot by Spencer Segee goes nowhere. Flicked along the boards, nearly strikes the ceiling, but stays in play. Segee will go and retrieve it, as Worcester will swap the lines out. To the neutral zone and no farther for Fitchburg, but try a second chance here. Falcons gain the red, now the blue. Flicked into the right wing corner, dies against the glass. Weaver flicks it along, but it'll go over the boards and out of play. 10:46 to go in the first. Shots 4 apiece, score 0-0. Vicario having some words with the Lancers. Looking at the leading scores for the Falcons, Nick DiNicola, 26 points in the season, 8 goals and 8 assists. And a penalty has actually been indicated against Fitchburg. As Vicario skated into the visitors' bench there. Normally it's the one on the left that the home team goes into. But was there a penalty at all, actually? Or did Vicario assume he was going to get one? Well, that was interesting. What was that? Yeah, so Vicario skated the box. He thought he had a penalty against him, but he did not have a penalty against him. So we remain 5 on 5. I've never seen that before. So now Fitchburg gains the zone. DiNicola gets it on goal through a couple players' legs. Lignelli sees it all the way and covers. Will not give up a rebound there. Nearly halfway gone in this first period. No score between the Falcons and the Lancers. Also of note, Fitchburg and Worcester, they do have a rivalry, the Sterling Cup, which is contested in all sports. Since Fitchburg won the first meeting 4-2 back in December, if the Falcons come away with the victory today, they will win the season series against Worcester and take a point in the Sterling Cup. Granted, last time I checked, I think Worcester has a big lead in that this year, so Fitchburg needs all the wins they can get. On the far side, Slocum along for Etheridge. Gaining the red line as Fitchburg putting up the pressure in the neutral zone. Dumped in Saboyu, knocks it along, and into the neutral zone it goes. Retrieved by Pałzinski. Pałzinski knocks it along. Icing waved off as the puck will not get to the goal line before Falcon gets to the puck. Allen tries to take a shot from the left point. That was cut down in front. Etheridge flicks one on, and a shot on a loose puck in front by Buckingham is seen all the way by Brian McGrath. McGrath, 6 feet tall, 170 pounds, from Worcester, Mass. Played for the Boston Junior Bruins. Did not play any hockey at all last year. Had finished his hockey career after his time with the Junior Bruins. But Tyler Orilla, who was a teammate of his on the Junior Bruins, talked him into coming to Fitchburg State, and so here he is now playing for the Falcons, putting up great numbers as well. Hillick on the left side around the boards for Eklund, centering, nobody there. Zerbe too high in the slot to get there. Khalil East on the far side, shakes off a hit 2-on-2. East tries to take a shot, can't shoot around the Falcons defender in Victor. And Victor playing East there as Zerbe knocks it along to the far side, retrieved by the Lancers. A shot from the right point goes wide to the left. Kyle Hayter and Khalil East battling in the left corner. Victor there for the Falcons, along with Evan Burns. Now Eklund cross ice, goes to Hillick. Hillick on the right side battling with Slocum. Hillick tries to get a centering pass, but Slocum gets just enough of it to prevent it from going anywhere. On the near side boards and taken in from the red line, dumped in by James. McGrath around the boards to the far side. That comes back behind the Falcon net for Segui. And Hillick will skate it up. Cross ice, far side, Eklund pounced into the boards by Slocum. And around again, Ryan James has it knocked back into the Lancer zone, where Corrales will retrieve. Corrales to the red line, dumps in, off the boards, Alex Jocelyn flicks on for Figge, 2-on-2. Figge drops for Orilla. Orilla on the left circle, goes for Segui. Segui takes a shot, saved by Lignelli. Rebound taken by Figge. And now Orilla cycling around to the point. Segui takes a shot through traffic, cut down in front. Lignelli tries to poke check, loses a handle on it. It's a mess out in front, but the Falcons can't put it past Lignelli, who is just about down and out. Flicked into the slot, DiNicola can't get a stick on it. And now Moran skates it up the ice for Worcester. Moran takes a shot, held by McGrath. And he'll hold for a draw. 7:48 to go in the first, no score. Some sharp chances for Fitchburg State, as they nearly had Lignelli down and out, but the Falcons couldn't pick up the loose puck and put it past. Draw will be to the right of McGrath. And the draw controlled by the Lancers, and Moran passes out to the right point, takes a shot, cut down in traffic. It was Weaver who had that one. Now to the neutral zone, Vicario punched into the boards, and a whistle. Looking around the rest of the MASCAC today, Salem already played earlier today, a 1:40 start from the Loring Arena in Framingham against the Framingham State Rams, and it was Salem coming away with a 2-0 victory. Also, Plymouth and Westfield will be playing tonight, 5:35 start from Amelia Park in Westfield. There's a chance and a goal for Worcester! That was deflected out in front into the top left corner. The Lancers strike first. Leading the handshake line is Matthew Manning. He might have gotten the last touch on that as the puck was on the left side boards. See if we can get a replay on this one. Maybe not right now, but we'll have that in due time. But Matthew Manning has been given the goal there, his 5th of the season. So Worcester gets the first strike in this contest. As they're looking for another shot, looking for a redirection from Palmer in the slot, but he couldn't get his stick on it. Worcester is 10-3 when they strike first, but strangely enough, Fitchburg is 5-1-1 when they concede the first goal. They're actually better when they concede first, which is one of those stats you don't think should be true, but is. Reds can't get it into the zone. Falcons have to regroup as one of the green and gold had sprung in there. But now they gain it properly. Drop for Gordon, one-timer. Couldn't get good wood on it. It goes wide to the right. Lancers from the red line goes off the linesman. That's still fair to play. On the near side boards, Worcester looking for another centering pass. Fitchburg cuts that down. This is Victor. Flicks it down the ice. It is on goal, and Lignelli has to cover it. And a little extra after the whistle. There's Warilla getting tied up with Kyle Hayter. 6:13 to go in the first, 1-0, Worcester in front. Matthew Manning getting his 5th goal of the season. The assist coming from Sean Castagna, just his 2nd of the season. And the Falcons strike back! It's Dina Cola who picks that up off the draw, and we're level. Now quickly things change. Nick DiNicola, the junior, with his 9th goal of the season. And just like that, he's equalized for Fitchburg State. Serby to take the draw against Purdy. And another face-off win by the Lancers. And Fitchburg taking the puck off the stick, and it's Eklund. Eklund on the far side boards. Falcons trying to free, having trouble doing so. Now a 2-on-1 for Worcester. Lancers into the zone, get the shot, but it's taken down by the one Falcon who is down and out to block that chance. Strongly played defense there now. Shot from the top of the slot. A bullet of a chance by Pritchard, but it goes wide to the left. Now a chance from close range. One for the Lancers that was cut down in front. Another chance that goes wide to the left. On the far side boards, it is Ryan James. And migrates around to the near side boards. Puck sent down the ice. DiNicola from Morilla and Figgy at 13:50, just a minute and 12 seconds after Worcester struck first. The Falcons have struck back to equalize. That's one of the interesting things about this conference this year in the MASCAC. A lot of parity and a lot of goal scoring. You never quite know when a goal will come, and both these and all the teams in the conference, for the most part, very strong offensively. After all, we saw 12 goals on Thursday night between Fitchburg and Westfield, and Worcester and UMass Dartmouth saw 11 of their own. On the far side, centering pass goes nowhere in particular. Retrieved by Warilla. Has to dodge out of a hit there. And a stick flying through the air. That was one of the Lancer sticks. Fitchburg trying to bring it up Warilla absorbs a hit after he dumps it in, and he's pinning him to the ground. There's going to be a call there for sure. As Cody Slocum and Tyler Warilla got tied up at the Worcester blue line. Slocum laid a hit on Warilla after he dumped it in. And it seemed like Slocum just couldn't let it go. Maybe Warilla got his arms around him or something. The penalty will be given to Cody Slocum. That will be the first penalty of the game. Also, the clock's still running. Anyone notice that? No one ever pressed the stop button there. We'll have a look at the penalty. As you can see, there's that open ice hit, and then Slocum just holding on to him, on top of him, not letting go. It doesn't look like Warilla had himself wrapped up around him or anything. So Cody Slocum goes to the box for the 7th time this year, all minor penalties. Slocum, a junior defenseman from Temecula, California, played for the Philadelphia Little Flyers. They've reset the clock to 4 minutes and 10 seconds. After all the excitement of that happening, the tie-up between Slocum and Warilla, the clock just never quite stopped. Stop button didn't work or something, I don't know. This will be the first power play of the game. Fitchburg on the power play this year, about 15%, 13 for 87. The Lancers 75 for 86, 87.2%. Roughing is the call against Cody Slocum. And the officials explaining with Shane Toporowski why Slocum is going to the box and why Warilla isn't. And hopefully, Mr. Toporowski's got the explanation that he wants. Doesn't look like he does. He's still shaking his head, but it's going to be the first power play of the game, and it'll go to the Falcons. The Lancers 87.2% on the kill this year. That's the second best kill in the conference. The only team with a better one, the team they're playing. Fitchburg has a 93% kill. Shot from Warilla deflects wide to the left, then back to the point in Warilla. Now on the right dot, looking for a one-timer. Gordon trying to flick on, couldn't do so. Picked up by Weaver, he'll hold against the right wing boards. Just holding it there, holding it there, holding it there. Now everybody trying to dig it out. It's finally sent down and cleared all the way down. Worcester will get fresh legs on as McGrath will hold it. 3:30 to go in the first period. And 1:15 to go on the power play, as you see on your screen there. Falcons into the zone. Here's Figgy. Figgy cross ice to Warilla. Now in the left circle. Goes for Gordon, turns around, shoots. Cut down in traffic, goes wide to the right of Lignelli. Worcester clears to the red line, but no further, and Gordon will retrieve. Gordon has to shake off a hit from a Lancer. Gains the red line, dumps it in. Falcons will switch up the lines. Lancers will wait, hold, and fire it all the way down the ice. McGrath will leave for Connor McPherson. Take it from behind his own net with under 40 to go on the power play. Falcons bring it up to the red line. Having a bit of trouble, but they will get it through. This is Burns. Burns with a backhand chance, save by Lignelli. He covers, puck came loose afterwards, but they will blow the play dead and call the face-off to the right of Lignelli. 2:34 to go in the first. Worcester will switch up the lines a little bit. Purdy to take the draw for the Lancers. He'll take it against Hayashi, but that won't be the case. Looked like Worcester was going to have too many guys on the ice. Maybe a line change declined or something, refused by the officials. And they kick out the intended center as well. Fitchburg ends up taking the draw here. To Fretz on the right side. Absorbs a hit, and now it's potential 2-on-1 for Worcester. This is Weaver. Weaver into the zone for a one-timer, they score! At the receiving end, I think it was Drevich who put it home. A shorthanded goal for the Lancers makes it 2-1. Tim Drevich with the finish, the freshman forward from Oxford, New Jersey. That was just a well-executed 2-on-1. Not a whole lot you could do if you're McGrath. Just have to hope when you go to the left side that maybe you get a piece of it. But that's a lot to ask a goaltender. And Drevich has his 6th goal of the season. So now the Falcons will end up going 0 for 1 on the power play. And now Worcester is 1 for 1 on Fitchburg's power play. Not the greatest start as Fitchburg concedes their 4th shorthanded goal of the season. 2 minutes to go in the first period. As Slocum, fresh out of the box, will take it behind his own net to the near side boards. Kept in by Hillock. Second chance flicks up. Just barely misses the Worcester bench. Hillock will take in the neutral zone. On for Zerby. Poked along, could be a 2-on-1. Eklund, he takes the shot, but couldn't pick the top right corner. Just missed it by about a foot. Shot from the left side, goes wide to the left. Now behind the net, Hillock trying to play it around Weaver, but he's wise to it. He'll carry it out with under 90 to go in the first. Pritchard on the left side. Drops off Purdy with the shot saved by McGrath. Goes behind the net and around to the left side for Worcester State. But Fitchburg will take it off, and Vicario. Vicario up. Here's a dash of speed from Hayashi. Centering pass on the backhand was cut down by the Lancers defense. And now another centering chance into the slot, but nobody there in green and gold. Blast from the right point by Boyle is patted away by McGrath. Now under a minute to go in the period. Falcons go cross ice and send it down the ice. A mishandled pass, but the puck dies before the goal line. No icing. Fitchburg trying to chase after the dump, but it is Castagna who will gain the red line, dump in. Fitchburg first to get there, but Castagna on the right side. Nice cross ice to the left side for Palmer. Palmer along to the left as Castagna cycled around, or Etheridge, excuse me, but it doesn't really matter. Fitchburg knocks it back down into the Worcester end. 15 to go. Falcons changing up lines for one last go at this period. Etheridge on the red line, dumps in. McGrath sticks it to the corner. Victor will try to blast it along the boards, give the Falcons a chance. 3 seconds. They do have a chance if they can get a shot off, but Brian Allen stepping up, playing strong defense, warding Nick DiNicola away, and that will bring an end to the first period with the score Fitchburg 1 and Worcester 2. Matthew Manning getting the first strike at 12:38 on a redirect in front. Nick DiNicola answering back just a minute 12 later to equalize at a goal apiece, but then a 2-on-1 which developed for Worcester as Cody Weaver and Tim Drevich teamed up. Drevich's 6th goal of the season, beating McGrath on a great 2-on-1. And a pretty even period in the first. Shots were 12-11 in favor of Worcester. But Fitchburg had some good chances. And they've looked tenacious, they've looked hungry. And as we mentioned, after all, Fitchburg is 5-1-1 when they concede the first goal. And we'll see over the next 40 minutes and change if the Falcons have the Lancers right where they want them. But for now, it is Fitchburg 1, Worcester 2 through 1 period of play. We'll take a break and we'll be back in about 14 minutes or so for the second period right here on FATV. Getting ready for the second period here from the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University. The Fitchburg State Falcons and the Worcester State Lancers. And the Lancers have a 2-1 lead as we start this second period. Daniel Bolak here with you right here on FATV and streaming online at fatv.org. Falcons were outshot by the Lancers in a close margin, 12-11 in the first frame. The Lancers getting the first strike at 12 minutes and 38 seconds on a redirection in front. It was Matthew Manning picking up his 5th goal of the season on the centering feed from Sean Castagna. That made it 1-0 Worcester, but the Falcons answered back a minute 12. Off the draw, Figgy to Warilla, and then Nick DiNicola poking it past to Lancer keeper Corey Lignelli. That made it 1-1. But then a breakdown and a 2-on-1 on a power play for Fitchburg. The Lancers came back the other way. Cody Weaver fed Tim Drevich for a beautiful 2-on-1 goal. Drevich's 6th goal of the season, and that made it 2-1 Worcester, where we stand right now as you see Brian McGrath lead his team onto the ice. McGrath with 10 saves in the first period as Corey Lignelli leads his Lancer team back onto the ice. Lignelli with his first start in about 6 weeks' time. He's looked fairly sharp, although there's been a couple of instances where the Falcons have been buzzing around the net, a couple of chances that the Falcons weren't able to put past Lignelli, but they did get one at the end of the day. But still 40 more minutes of hockey to be played. Through one period to play, the Falcons, this is only the 4th time this year that they've gone into the second trailing. They're 0-2-1 when they do. For Worcester, 7 times they've gone into the second with the lead. They've won all 7 of those games. So Fitchburg's going to have to invert those numbers if they want to come away with the 2 points today. And also of note, these two teams right next to each other in the standings actually level for 3rd place. Fitchburg holding the tiebreaker because they won the first meeting. But the winner of this game will actually leapfrog UMass Dartmouth a point ahead of them and not playing today into 2nd place. And if the game ends in a tie, Dartmouth will hold on to 2nd, but only as the winner of a 3-way tiebreak. In any case, the second period is underway. The Falcons now going from right to left. The Lancers going from left to right. And Worcester winds, fires, goes wide from Jake Corrales. Now Weaver takes the shot, gloved down by McGrath. Picked up behind the net, circled around, and Mitchell Purdy couldn't find his target in Eric Pritchard, and it goes all the way down the ice and will be retrieved by Corey Lignelli. Lancers in the road, dark blue uniforms, gold numbering and trim going left to right. The Falcons in the alternate gold uniforms with green numbering trim going right to left. As Hayashi will look to pick this one up. Hayashi decked to the ice, but the drop pass made, and the shot goes just wide to the left of Lignelli. The shot taken by Chris Vicario. Lancers into the zone, and this is Moran. Moran, the leading scorer, takes the shot, saved by McGrath, and those are former teammates going at each other. They both played for the Boston Junior Bruins. Sean Castagno around the boards to the near side. Pass intercepted by Figgy. Around for DiNicola, trying to find Warilla. Backhand chance, and Lignelli got a piece of that. Flipped all the way down the ice, cleared, and it's going to be icing against Worcester. Both teams with a couple chances early on. There's Brian McGrath, as we mentioned, 13 saves, 12 saves tonight. Freshman keeper, the only freshman on this Fitchburg State squad in the goaltending core. The other 3 goalies the Falcons have, all juniors. Kirby Sari's been the main one tandeming with Brian McGrath this year. And the other 2 keepers, Quinn Wold and Charles Jacobson, have gotten some action over the last couple of years as well. Lancers bring it up on the near side. Here's Drevich, who has the 2nd goal for Worcester. Drevich absorbs a check, moves along. Etheridge with a shot. Just getting to the loose puck on the sort of pass. But McGrath was ready for it. Got down very quickly. Any split second earlier could have been 3-1. James scored in the right wing corner for Fitchburg. Pinned into the boards by 2 Lancers. And that's Worcester's game. They bring the puck to the boards. They deliver a lot of hits. A shot there by Mike Palmer. Stopped with the right arm of Brian McGrath. Into the neutral zone, hits Corrales. Corrales' pass in between 2 Lancers, and he did not gain the red line, so icing is called. .36 to go in the second. And the draw will come to the right of Corey Lignelli. He's made 11 saves tonight. Lignelli making just his 3rd start. Normally Josh Reinstein is the starter, but Lignelli getting the nod tonight after Reinstein conceded 6 2 nights ago against UMass Dartmouth. Face-off won by the Lancers. Around to the far side boards. And now poked to the center of the Lancer zone, but they'll circle around. Play keep away with Fitchburg. Red line gain, dumped in. McGrath sticks it down, but we'll leave it. McPherson along for DiNicola. Paddles it along. And Figgy will try to retrieve this one, but Jake Corrales will be the first there for the Lancers. Fitchburg nearly intercepting a pass, but now Saboya will step up, dump it back in and around. Lignelli behind the net. He'll skate it down ice as it's knocked along by the Lancers. Pass intercepted by Cody Weaver. Weaver into the zone and sends it along the boards to the left side. A potential chance for Castagna, but he couldn't settle for a shot. Goes to the right circle, bad angle shot. Sails over the net and all the way down the ice back into the Lancer zone. Slocum the first to get there for Worcester. Slocum circling around and finding Purdy. Purdy gains the zone on the right dot, takes a shot, maybe looking for a redirect from James. But he couldn't find his target. Fitchburg sends it back down, Falcons will change, and Worcester will reset. Lancers holding it along, and here's Ryan James, shot from the top of the right circle, off the leg of Josh Victor into the left wing corner now. Hillick trying to retrieve for Fitchburg. And a battle against the boards. You'll see a lot of these today. We've already seen some, we'll see a lot more. See Eklund trying to duck out of that check there from Trey Palczynski, but lost a handle on the puck. Falcons get it back now. Here's Burns. From the red line, didn't gain it, and it'll be icing. He was just trying to get the puck off after you could see a Lancer or two coming there trying to get a hold of it. But they're not going to bring the face-off all the way down. Maybe he did actually get a piece of the red line as they drop the puck at center ice, which is the traditional we messed up on the icing call spot. And here's another icing call. This one will go against Worcester. Got more icings than a Dunkin' Donuts right now. 15:32 to go in the second, 2-1 Worcester. Draw will come to the left of Lignelli. And the draw ultimately controlled by the Lancers. Flipped over the head of Burns, but he'll retrieve. And a whistle. Played with a high stick called against Fitchburg. And the faceoff will go to the right of Brian McGrath. McGrath, the only one of the three Falcon keepers dressed today who has the plain design for a helmet. Just a plain black design. Both Quinn Wold and Kirby Sari have paint jobs on their masks. We ever get a chance to look at those. And we observed a few weeks ago that Kirby Sari also has a sticker of Kirby on the back of his mask as well, because you've got to take advantage of that if you've got it. Puck behind the Falcon net. Well defended by the Lancers, but a whistle coming here as the puck actually made its way to McGrath and he covered it. 15:04 to go in the second. Worcester leading 2-1. Relatively clean thus far in this game, just one penalty taken. But as me and John discussed a few weeks ago, me saying that is only a sign that we might be getting some more down the line. But these two teams are pretty disciplined. Fitchburg averages about 11 penalty minutes a game, and Worcester averages 12. And those are both very, very good. Shot from the left point by Alex Jocelyn, seen by Lignelli, and he'll hold on. In fact, for the Falcons and the Lancers, those little penalty minutes, they're the two best in the conference in terms of least penalties taken. In fact, I think the Falcons have only been called for a single major in misconduct all season long, which speaks testament to their discipline, especially since they were one of the more penalized teams in the MASCAC last year. Falcons got a stick on that, and that ended up going to Lignelli right out in front as Kramer was charging down towards that puck. And Lignelli had to cover it up. And as you can see, the shaft of a stick without the blade as it snapped in two. It belonged to a Lancer. They've actually got a little pile behind the stick rack there of broken sticks. There's more than one back there. So that's what you'll have with these light sticks made of composite material. They will break a lot. You'll go through a few a season. But that's the advantage you get for having a much lighter twig. Mike Moran in the red line. Now Cody Weaver. Dumps it into the zone. Saboyu gets there first for the Falcons. Now for McPherson. Bad bounce off the boards. Shot from the point. with a lot of power on it from Jake Corrales, who was looking for his 4th goal of the season, but McGrath able to shut the door. McPherson near side. Now DiNicola gains the blue line, shrugs off a check. Purdy loses an edge. Whistle, delayed penalty, and it's against Fitchburg. And now Lignelli just gets the message that he should be going to the bench for an extra attacker. But by the time he gets there, Fitchburg touches up, and Worcester will have their first power play of the night, as a slash is indicated. We'll see who the guilty party is for the Falcons. And our cameras have caught Nick DiNicola as the guilty party. DiNicola takes his 9th penalty of the season. 13:31 to go in the second. And the Lancers with their first power play. 12 for 69 this year, that's 17.4%. The Falcons, though, tied for the best kill in the nation coming into today's game. 93.2%. Amherst College down in Amherst, Mass, has actually the exact same kill rate, 69 for 74. Fitchburg retrieves at the blue line after Worcester can't get the re-entry going, and they'll have to try again. Fitchburg did get a shorthanded goal 2 nights ago against Westfield, and that ended up standing up as the winning goal, even though they got 5 more for good measure afterwards. Weaver holds behind his own net. 1:20 to go on the power play. Flicked along down the ice. Burns will be the first to get there for the Falcons. Couldn't be kept in by Boyle, but was kept in by Weaver. Now Boyle on the left side, and there's some rough stuff behind the Falcon net. No idea what's happened there, but it looks like a penalty's been indicated against Fitchburg, and it looks like we're going to go 5-on-3 now. Evan Burns to the box. But we won't go 5-on-3. One of the Lancers will come off as well. Looked like that was Pritchard. So we'll stay 5-on-4. And those guys will sit for 2 minutes plus. Off the draw, Worcester controlling. Falcons knocking Purdy to the ground. But now Purdy gets it back to the point, blast. Look for a redirection, goes wide to the left. Purdy on the left circle, takes a shot, saved by McGrath. Rebound, another jam shot, but McGrath lets that down as well. Now shot blast from the point, blocked out in front. Zerbe holds, just waits for the right time, and then he'll dump it down, well, as what he was going to try to do, but he actually found the Falcon bench instead. It was the right thing to wait until it just waited out, but the problem was putting it out of play was not the intended action there for Dean Zerbe. Worcester with 30 more seconds on this power play. On the left side, a blast, a shot deflected into the netting and out of play. 11:58 to go in the second, 28 seconds to go on the minor on DiNicola. Face off to the right of McGrath, and another draw won by the Lancers. Out to the point and Corrales. Now on to the right side. Held at the right point, Corrales. On for Moran. Now Corrales, but that pass was not good for Moran, left the zone. And Zerbe's trying to steal it away. Zerbe trying to force a shorthanded chance, and we did have a shorthanded goal back in the first. But now Worcester recovers, regains the zone. Fitchburg sends it back out. They're going to kill it. Penalty is up. DiNicola comes out of the box, and the Falcons are back to full strength. With under 11.5 to go in the second. Shots 18-13 in favor of Worcester State. A shot from Manning goes wide to the left, and at the left point, Weaver moves it along. Can't quite get a shot off, was Moran. Now Purdy. They miscommunicate behind the net. Segui knocks it around, maybe trying to find Jocelyn as well. But one of the Lancers gets there first, and Kyle Hayter. Purdy retrieves for Worcester. Outraces Segui to the puck on the left side corner. Now Weaver trying to find Purdy, and now a potential breakaway for the Falcons. Storming in towards goal, and there it is! How do you like it? equalized for Fitchburg. 10th goal of the year for the sophomore from Shirley. Tyler Warilla was able to read that out, sniff it out, break down the ice, and put the sweet moves on Corey Lignelli to equalize. 2-2 the score. So we're equal now as Warilla picks up his 10th of the season. No assists given, and we're going to have a penalty. As Jared Waite will come over and indicate. We'll see who's getting escorted to the box. Looks like it is Connor McPherson going to the sin bin, roughing the call. And the Lancers will have a chance to take the lead back. Draw to the left of McGrath to start this second power play of the night for Worcester State. Mishandled pass, and Fitchburg will take it from Gordon. Gordon's got Kramer on the far side. Shot save, rebound, and Kramer couldn't quite get his stick on it. Looked like one of the Lancers lost his stick trying to block that as well. Now's a chance, one-timer in front. Kramer hooking up to find Gordon. They were the two that hooked up for Thursday night's shorthanded goal. And a nice one-timer, a great opportunity for Gordon, but Lignelli wise to it, and he made the save. Draw will come to the left of Lignelli. Shots 18-16 in favor of Worcester on the unofficial board. But the score is 2-2. But Worcester with a chance. Weaver bringing it up. Pass intercepted, could not be cleared. Is Palmer leaving? Now for Boyle. Weaver turns around, tries to find Boyle again. Fitchburg retrieves and deposits it all the way down. Lancers will try to reset. Now 1:05 to go on the power play. Fitchburg knocks it out of the zone. Worcester will have to try again. Dean Zerby with that penalty killing there. And now here's Germain. Germain gets a shot off, but it was blocked by Weaver. Former teammates, one of the Falcons decked at center. That was Zerby. The officials say play on, much to the protestations of the Falcon bench. Mike Palmer around the boards. Now the Falcons cheering on the big hits. As the Falcons clear it out of the zone, 35 to go on the penalty to McPherson. Etheridge regains. Drevich. Now for Manning. Tries to go to the point, having trouble handling it is Corrales. But be picked up by Purdy at the point to the top of the slot. One-timer, what a save by McGrath. He read out the one-timer from Etheridge perfectly. 15 on the power. Top of the right circle, Manning, cross ice, one-timer goes wide. It cannot be retrieved by Corrales before it exits the zone. Lancers have to reset again. And Lignelli banging his stick to indicate the penalty to McPherson has expired, and the Falcons are back to full strength. The Falcons' 71st kill of the season. With 8:25 to go in the second, Moran storming up the right side, trying to break towards goal, couldn't get the shot off. Good pressure from behind by the Falcons. Purdy can't handle the pass. Victor sent to the boards. A cheer from the Worcester faithful. Into the left wing corner. Khalil East tries to go to the point, finds Slocum to the right circle, sticked along by Hayter. Back into the corner, Moran turnaround shot saved by McGrath. Juicy rebound, but it's cleared out to the blue line. Another shot from the point, goes wide to the left of McGrath. Into the boards, Hayter knocking DiNicola in. A lot of battling as the teams try to dig it out. Hayter with a hit there, penalty coming. As Hayter knocked DiNicola into the boards, and he is livid. The Falcons are going to get the power play there. on a pretty obvious boarding call. That's actually another Falcon is down there. It wasn't DiNicola who was the one who was hit, I don't think, but there is a Falcon down in the Falcon zone on the near side boards, and it was Josh Victor who was down. The junior defenseman from Killeen, Texas, getting helped off the ice by Rebecca Shersnow, athletic trainer for the Falcons. Kyle Hayter is in the penalty box for his 4th penalty of the season. Now the discussion's going to be how many minutes. It's probably a decent argument for a 5 and 10 here, which is what the officials are discussing. And Evan Burns, one of the 2 Falcon captains, along with James Gordon, privy to the conversation. All right, we have a replay of the penalty. Maybe we don't have a replay of the penalty. It's 7:38 to go in the second period. And it's going to be 5 minutes on the board. But Hayter will stay in the box, so it looks like they're just going to call the major, not the misconduct. So a 5-minute major power play for the green and gold. Big chance. But now Worcester's got a chance on a breakaway. This is Matthew Manning to the goal, saved by McGrath. Falcons already gave up 1 shorthanded goal tonight, didn't want to make it 2. McGrath shuts the door. So DiNicola for Figgy. Falcons have plenty of time here. Warilla. A lot of forwards on the ice for the Falcons. Might be all forwards right now. As this is Gordon. Just looking across the ice, it is all forwards for the Falcons. And this is Gordon for Figgy. Warilla at the point. Tries to find Figgy. He'll pick it up off the boards. Figgy will go back to Warilla. Will hold. Try to find DiNicola, pass ahead of him, but picked up on the left side by Vicario. And around for Warilla. Pass to the top of the slot. Gordon couldn't get there quickly enough. DiNicola, now the Falcons pinch to try to keep it in. Worcester will pick it up and clear it. Minute 15 killed, but still 3:45 to go on the major to Hayter. Falcons reset. This is their second power play of the night. 0 for 1, and they've conceded a shorthanded goal. Trying to turn it to 1 for 2 at the very least. But couldn't be kept in the zone. Now the Falcons will change some personnel out, as this is Michael Fretz. Fretz taken down by 2 Lancers, but a clean play, a clean hit. And it'll be cleared down to the red line where it's retrieved by Corey Hayashi. To the near side boards. 3 minutes to go on the major. 5:40 to go in the second, level at 2. McPherson on the far side, Fretz around the boards, trying to find Burns, but Pritchard will be the first to get there. Kramer intercepts, goes for Hayashi. Now to the right side, Fretz for McPherson. Fakes the shot, goes for Burns. Falcons go from no defenseman to 2 defensemen. And maybe even 2.5 if you want to consider the fact that Kramer is a converted forward. One-timer shot cut down in front from the right circle from Fretz. Fretz retrieves. Back and forth. Now to the point, just barely kept in by McPherson. He'll take a shot through traffic. Took a change in direction towards goal, but ends up going wide. Burns takes a shot, just misses the inside right post. Goes wide to the right. Fretz now trying to get a centering pass for Kramer in the slot. He'll come to the right side. Fitchburg will go to McPherson. He'll wind and pass to the left side. Burns. Under 2 minutes to go on the power. Fitchburg just trying to find some shooting lanes. Puck pinned against the boards. Dug out by the Lancers, could not be cleared. Kramer will get there in the left corner. Kramer looking, tries to find Burns, goes under his stick, and all the way down. 1:35 to go on the power play, 4:10 in the second. Level at 2 goals apiece, shots 21-16 in favor of Worcester. Figgy gains the red line. Now the blue into the zone, but that's where the pressure comes from Brian Allen. Allen knocks the puck down the ice, and a potential 2-on-1. This is Drevich. Drevich backhand shot, tried to roof it bar down, but ends up putting it over the bar into the netting and out of play. But an offensive zone draw coming for the Lancers with 1:10 to go on their kill and 3:47 to go in the second. Falcons having trouble getting looks on this power play. They still have 70 seconds to work with, but now they've got to regain the Lancer zone. Worcester's got 2 penalty killers circling around in the Fitchburg end, but now they'll retreat. As Warilla gets to the blue line on the right side boards and around. Is it enough for Dina Cola to get there? Now 5 players against the boards, a whistle, a hand pass indicated. The faceoff will come to the right of Lignelli. 45 seconds to go on this major power play. Gordon to take the draw for the Falcons. Against Mitchell Purdy. Puck controlled by the Falcons, and here's Warilla at the left point. Along for Di Nicola, pushed into the boards by Palczynski. And now it's Allen who has it behind his own net. Circling around, Figgy kicks it along for Vicario, but he can't get there. Sent down the ice, knocked down by Warilla. Couldn't quite settle it down. And this is Moran. Moran to the goal, save! A big save for McGrath there. This was 3 former Boston Junior Bruins involved in that. Moran, Warilla. Moran getting around Warilla, but he couldn't get it past McGrath. Shot off the side of the net from a bad angle. Falcons retrieve. Can't get another chance on this one. And Worcester will kill off the major as Hayter will come out of the box. And now Ryan James trying to find a centering pass, a one-timer, and McGrath's got that one as well. And more pushing and shoving after the whistle. Is that really a surprise when these two teams meet? That there's no love lost between them? Since 1984, the Dean Fuller era, the Falcons 40-16-3 against Worcester. But since Shane Toporowski took over as head coach of the Lancers, the series has been split 5-5-1. From the top of the slot, shot saved by McGrath. A rebound pops loose to the left side, but the Falcons will pick it up and skate it down with under 2:15 to go. Here's Hillick into the zone up the left side. Hillick drops back for Eklund, can't get his stick on it. Worcester will try to come back the other way. This is Khalil East. East into the corner. Castagna there for Worcester as well. Center for Etheridge. He takes the shot, saved by McGrath. Puck behind the net, taken to Josh Victor. Good to see he's okay. Out to the right side, and Burns. Backhands along for Eklund, but it goes too far. And a shot on from the right point by Palczynski. Patted down by McGrath. Now up to 25 saves on the night. Falcons from just past the red line dump it in. Lignelli has to watch that go by to his left. Worcester retrieves after the Falcons were changing lines. Saboyu. Falcons gain the zone legally. Onto the right side, the Lancers take, send around. McPherson just barely keeps it in. Back the other way. Germain gets there first for Fitchburg, but now Palczynski. .60 seconds to go in this second period. Only one goal. And that came from Tyler Warilla. Behind the Lancer net and around to the near side, Drevich. Can't get a clean exit. Falcons control, take a shot from the top of the right circle, but it'll sail into the corner. Drevich trying to clear again. Having a bit of trouble doing so, but he'll find Moran. Moran into the zone, takes a shot, whistles wide. Manning trying to follow on. Manning's got a great chance there, finding Drevich, couldn't quite get it on. Moran with a bad angle chance, but McGrath's got that post sealed up. 15 seconds to go in the period. Worcester buzzing with chances, a lot of chances this period. In fact, we haven't even mentioned how Worcester has badly outshot the Falcons in this period, but you would never be able to tell by the scoreboard. Moran just wants to find a centering chance, but time is going to run out before Worcester can ever get another chance at goal. And so we end the second period with the score, Fitchburg 2 and Worcester 2. And there's your start of the period, Brian McGrath. Unofficially, 16 saves in the second period. He did not concede a goal, and he stopped 2 breakaways as well. An excellent period for McGrath. And for the Falcons, even though they conceded 16 shots, only got about 5 of their own. In fact, looking at the official live stats, which are going to be the stats that eventually get uploaded and codified as the official numbers, shots in the second period were 16-6 in favor of Worcester State, but they could not score, as holding firm, playing an excellent period, was Brian McGrath. He's still down there too. Had to wait for everybody to congratulate him for a period well played. 16 saves from McGrath. The Falcons only got 6 shots on Corey Lignelli, but Tyler Warilla on a breakaway, getting his 10th goal of the season at 9 minutes 15 seconds. He did it all by himself, and he makes it a 2-2 game. We're going to be in for an exciting final 20 minutes, and maybe more. But for the time being, through 2 periods of play, it's Fitchburg State 2, Worcester State 2. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back in a few minutes right here on FATV. As we get ready for the start of this third, shots overall on the live stats, it's 30-18 in favor of Worcester. Shots in the first were 14-12 Lancers, shots in the second 16-6 Lancers. But the only goal in the second period came from Tyler Warilla, who was able to storm down the ice in a breakaway, put some nifty stick handling moves on Corey Lignelli, and just turn him inside out. For Warilla, his 10th goal of the season matched all the goals he had last year, and Warilla has done it in just 13 games for this year, whereas last year he played in all 27. So it shows how explosive a goal scorer he's been this year. So we'll see how the Falcons will come out in this third period. Only 6 shots, but they got 1. It was 1 more than what Worcester got, so we'll see how it goes. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play, although the Lancers have a shorthanded goal, and off the draw, this is Germain. Germain tries to take a shot. It's blocked in front. Hayashi recovers, protects it, and knocks it along to the left side and around for Worcester. As taking it will be Ryan James. Up for Mitchell Purdy. Purdy up the left circle. Takes a backhand shot, goes off the side of the net. Onto the right side, looking for a centering feed. Couldn't find Pritchard. Get into the corner behind. Purdy gets there for Worcester. Purdy trying to find James, and will do so. Punched into the boards by Saboyu. And the Falcons will clear. Bringing it up the right side is Chris Vicario. He'll flip in, and Lignelli will knock it back along. Hayashi gets there first for Fitchburg and gives it a stronger oomph around the boards to the left side. Drop back pass knocked down by the Lancers, and now they'll push forward. This is Moran. Moran into the zone up the right side, and his stick fails him. It shatters in 2, and the Falcons will come back the other way, gaining the red line, dumping into the right wing corner. Biggie will try to get there as that one almost hit the ceiling, but it flips back down, lands on the ice, and it'll go down for an icing against Worcester. I don't know if you could see it, but the puck missed the ceiling by about 6 inches at the most. Used pretty much all of the vertical real estate that was available. Draw will come to the left of Corey Lignelli, who has made 17 saves tonight. Lignelli getting just his 3rd start of the season after the normal starter Josh Reinstein gave up 6 goals in a 6-5 overtime loss on Thursday night to UMass Dartmouth. CJ Buckingham into the zone, takes a shot blocked out in front by Victor. Now to the left side, Castagno with a shot, but it goes wide as well. Fitchburg having trouble getting it out of the zone. Some miscommunication. Here's Etheridge with a chance, and that's blockered away by McGrath. To the right wing corner, Victor wins the puck, but has to absorb another hit, and now Sasha Figge. Stick down, but played illegally. Falcons have to let it go, and Worcester will take it. Brian Allen into the zone. Lancers will change some personnel, as the Falcons will do as well. This is Kramer. Kramer takes a hit in the neutral zone. Here's Warilla. He has the tying goal. Warilla looking around, will go behind the net. Wait for a moment. Pass not played off the boards like Gordon would have expected. Delayed offsides against Worcester. They can't touch it, now they can. The Falcons turn it over. Shot saved by McGrath. Juicy rebound, nobody there for Worcester on the shot from Boyle. Boyle nearly got his own rebound, but of course the Falcons weren't going to let him have that, and now Worcester with another big hit. We've seen all the hits tonight, and that's Worcester's game. A lot of physicality, because they bring the puck to the board so often to play it out. That means a lot of hits against the boards as well. Now to the top of the left circle, shot blocker down by McGrath. That was Corrales with that one. On to the left side boards. And Fitchburg will bring it out. This is Gordon gating the red line. James Gordon had 2 last time out. Shot gloved down by Lignelli, and he'll cover for a draw. 16:56 to go in the third, level at 2 goals apiece. With 1 shot each in this period. Well, actually, a couple more for Worcester, now that I think of it. Draw 1 by the Falcons. Segui with a shot, but cut down in traffic. Too many legs to navigate. And it'll be Segui to Jocelyn, and now up for Kyle Hillick. And they'll go further back for Segui. Pass almost out of the reach of Alex Jocelyn, but he retrieves from the red line. Segui into the zone on the right side, cross ice, drop now. Falcons need to take a shot. Eklund with the chance, saved by Lignelli, scramble in the paint, and it looks like Lignelli's got it. Falcons haven't led tonight. That was a golden chance for the Falcons, as Eklund eventually got the chance in the slot, and a scramble in the paint. But it was covered by the man wearing number 35 in blue. Draw 1 by the Falcons to the left point. Shot cut down, taken by Purdy on the left side corner. Now to the right side. Corrales didn't get the initial read on that one, and Fitchburg able to capitalize. Warilla takes a shot, just misses the right side. Was trying to pick that top right corner. Cody Weaver circles around and missed the boards. Out of play it goes. Just about 4 minutes gone in this third period. Draw will come to the right of Lignelli, won by the Falcons. This is DiNicola. Falcons have their top line out. This DiNicola finds Warilla. Pressured into the boards by Corrales. Now Figge with Weaver right on him. Now Warilla trying to protect the puck, but eventually taken off his stick, and now coming back the other way, offsides. Palmer entered the zone, but Buckingham was ahead of the play. .41 to go in the third. Winner of this game is going to go into second place in the MASCAC at the end of the second cycle. If this game ends in a tie, then neither team will go into second place, and UMass Dartmouth will retain that spot. Top 2 in the conference get a bye to the semifinals next month in the MASCAC playoffs. 3rd through 6th make it into the playoffs. They have to play in through the quarterfinals. And then the 7th place team, the last place team, well, they stay home. They win the wooden spoon. Here's Vicario. He takes a shot, but it goes off the back of Trey Palzinski. To the left corner. Hader around the boards to the near side. Allen pops it off the boards. Too far for Worcester to get it. And it'll be Burns who will take it for the Falcons. Long stretch pass knocked on by the Falcons in the attacking half. The Falcons will change lines as Worcester will try to come back the other way for Moran. Into the left wing corner. Manning making the play on. Moran in the right wing corner, back for Manning. Looking at Drevich in the slot, but he can't get the pass off there. The Falcons trying to get it out of the zone, just trying to force it out along the boards. The pass to the left side, Drevich can't play the angle. To the left side, Castagna with a shot that's blocked, and this could be a breakaway for Michael Fretz. Fretz has a chance going in on goal, shot saved by Lignelli, and he tried to bank it off the back of Lignelli's leg, but it did not bounce kindly for Fretz, but a great chance for the Falcons. Here's a drop pass there, down for Moran, takes the shot, that's blocked out in front. Fitchburg comes back the other way, a potential 3-on-2, but Purdy fresh off the bench. Now Segui loses an edge and goes into the boards, and a whistle. 13:59 to go in the third. The draw will come to the right of Corey Lignelli. Still has been a clean game. 3 penalties on either side, 0 for 2 in the power plays each. Burns with a shot, and Moran going all out to block that one. Nothing going there for the Falcons. But now Warilla on for DiNicola. DiNicola tries to shoot past 2 Lancers, can't do so. And it was Burns who winds and fires from the right point, but it goes wide. Falcons hold at the left point. Now to the left side corner. Warilla thinks about firing, but now Burns. His shot is deflected. It just stays in play. Caught the glass. And now around to Burns. Top of the right circle. Takes the shot, saved by Lignelli, and he'll hold. Go over the standings coming into today. Plymouth State 10-1. They lost their first conference game of the season to Worcester as part of Worcester's 8-game winning streak to open the season. But since then, Plymouth has won 10 in a row in conference play. UMass Dartmouth came in today second with 13 points, 7 behind Plymouth State. But they've already completed their second cycle. Backhand shot by Etheridge, stopped by McGrath. Fitchburg and Worcester level at 12 apiece. Fitchburg 5-4-2, Worcester 6-5. Fitchburg ahead on the tiebreaker, which was Fitchburg winning the meeting between these two earlier this season. Salem in 5th. They had 9 points coming in. Now they're up to 11 with their win over Framingham. Westfield has 6. Framingham has 4. Those two will play on Tuesday night to finish the second cycle of MASCAC play. Each team plays everyone else 3 times in a season. The Falcons' third game will actually be here against Worcester. That will be their senior night, as Worcester had their one home game as the first of the 3 meetings, a bit unorthodoxly. Gordon into the zone. Kramer was offsides. 12:50 to go in the third. And Worcester State playing at the new Worcester Ice Center down in Worcester. That's where they play their home games along with Becker College. The Falcons actually played 3 games down there this year because they played at a tournament hosted by Becker College, which Fitchburg won, beating Stonehill and Becker to win the Steve Orr Memorial. The Falcons already with a 3-0 record at Worcester's new facility. But now Worcester with a chance, a nice turnaround shot by Khalil East, but it's stopped by McGrath. Held in on the far side boards. As Mike Palmer doing the majority of the pinning. Khalil East also there for the Lancers. Finally poked free by the Falcons. They'll get it to center. But Slocum reading it well. Keeping the puck away from Brandon Eklund. Eklund gains the zone, lost a handle on the puck. Now Etheridge. Knocked it on. Couldn't be cleared as nice play there by Ryan James to keep it in, which will just give Worcester a reprieve while they change lines. Long stretch pass to center. DiNicola will go to the defense. Now sticked on by Warilla, taken back by the Lancers. This is Pritchard. Eric Pritchard up to the left circle, shakes off a hit, still has it. Tried to get the shot off, but it was knocked down by the Falcons. Now to the left point of Corrales. Out for Pritchard. He's sent into the boards by a Falcon. And Fitchburg spits it out to the far side. Pass too strong for Warilla off his stick. But wow, what a goal! I don't believe that! One of the more incredible goals you'll ever see. Tyler Orilla with another beautiful individual effort has given the Falcons their first lead of the night. If you don't like that, you don't like ice hockey. Tyler Orilla with his second goal of the night. And here it is, look at that. He gets around Corrales, kicks it with the back of his skate, pulls out in front, and with the backhand, and puts it past Corey Lignelli. That's the type of goal that you want to marry. What a beautiful goal. 3-2 Fitchburg with 11 minutes to go. Moran with the shot saved by McGrath. Now the Falcons try to storm back the other way. This is Hayashi on the far side. Into the zone, and Vicario holding on. Shot on the left side by Hayashi, stopped by Lignelli. Into the left corner. This is Germain. Looks for the wraparound chance, nearly found the hole, but Lignelli held firm. Now Hayashi takes the shot. Now another chance, score! It's Vicario in the slot. And just like that, 4-2 Falcons. Two goals in 46 seconds for the green and gold. And now a 2-goal lead. It was just caught down in the slot. And Vicario through a maze. All he could see is the behind of one of his defensemen. He was going to need X-ray vision to stop that shot. And just like that, 4-2. Puck hits the ceiling and goes out of play. 10:23 to go. Vicario's 7th of the season. Now the Lancers having to play from behind. They haven't lost a game this season where they led after 20. And this year, the Lancers 3-1 would level after 40. The Falcons 2-2-1, trying to get above 500 in that metric. But some beautiful individual efforts there, making all that happen. Puck deflects into the Fitchburg bench. 3 seconds short of halfway in this third period. Falcons up 4-2. The scoreboard reads the shots 34-26 in favor of Worcester. That's about right where we were expecting it. The Falcons give up 39 a game. The Falcons and the Lancers give up about 26 a game, so they're already at their target. The Falcons, on average, they get 32 shots a game. So the offense and defense is about where you'd expect it to be, but now the Falcons up 4-2, the same scoreline they beat Worcester by 7 weeks ago. Jocelyn with a shot for the point through traffic, goes wide to the left. Now 2-on-2 coming back for Worcester State, and Mike Palmer loses it, taken by Warilla. That's an offside pass. DiNicola's skate was off of the blue, beyond the blue, before the puck entered the zone, so the offside's given, with 9:28 to go in the third. Orilla from DiNicola at 8:45. Vicario from Hayashi and Germain at 9:31. 46 seconds apart, the Falcons strike twice to make it 4-2. The Falcons had an explosive third period 2 nights ago when they went all out for 5 goals to take down Westfield 9-3. It was all insurance, but you can never have too much insurance. It was probably the best period the Falcons played all year long. A penalty is coming, and it's against Fitchburg. Worcester's going to have a chance on the power play, which will start now as the Falcons touch it up. Third power play coming for Worcester State. And it's going to be Dean Zerby to the box. Zerby takes his 6th penalty of the season. And the third power play, as we mentioned, for Worcester. Off the draw. Lancers go to the point. Corrales winds, deflected out in front, and McGrath got a piece of it. Couple chances, many chances, but McGrath holds firm again. He has been on a tear for the green and gold. The former Boston Junior Bruins, Tyler Warilla and Brian McGrath, have been the story tonight for Fitchburg State. Flipped into the zone. Moran for Mitchell Purdy. Now Moran goes to the right point. Now it comes for Corrales. Winds, fires, off a skate, takes a right-hand turn and away from the goal. Lancers go to the left dot, takes the shot, and somehow McGrath got that. Puck just disappeared into McGrath's glove so quickly, I didn't even know if that had gone in or not, but McGrath kept it out. Another save for the freshman from Worcester. Draw to McGrath's right. Won by the Lancers. Weaver at the point, takes a shot. Bit of a changeup, but McGrath able to get the left pad down. Saboya behind the net for Fitchburg, off the glass, clears it down the length of the ice. 60 seconds gone on the power play, and it goes on target, and Nelly has to cover it as Hayashi is lurking towards goal. With 7:53 to go in the third, 56 seconds on the penalty to Dean Zerbe. The Falcons lead 4-2. Hayashi will take the draw for the Falcons. Lining up against Matthew Manning for the Lancers, and Worcester will take it. Corrales will lead the reset up the ice. And he's going to wind, fire, save by McGrath. Bit of a juicy rebound, Fitchburg the first to get there. On the far side, picked up by the Lancers, Manning. Trying to go for Corrales, couldn't quite handle the pass on the deflection, but it stays in the zone. Now a fight for it on the near side boards. 4 players digging for it, Moran's got it, his pass picked off. The former Lancer Germain gains the red line, holds, and now he'll send it into the netting and out of play. Too much airtime on that one. It's not the first time the Falcons have done that tonight. It's not the wrong thing to do. It's just being a little over exuberant. A misfire, it goes into the netting. And the faceoff will come at center ice. Draw taken by the Lancers, 13 on the power. This is Moran on the red line. Fired in. Ricochets around to the left side. Moran will retrieve. At the blue line lurking. Circling to the right dot. Leading goal scorer for the Lancers. 13 tallies this year. Penalty is over. Lancers back to full strength. And Manning trying to fire there. Couldn't get anything. A 2-on-1 for Fitchburg. This looks dangerous. A shot there, but a save by Lignelli, and he didn't give up a juicy rebound. Lancers come back the other way. Drevich going to goal. He scores! And hockey on the other end. Tim Drevich with his second goal of the night has made it a 4-3 hockey game. Moran was leading the handshake line. Let's see who this was. So we watch on the replay. Beautiful Deeks. It's forehand, backhand, forehand. And Drevich was the goal scorer, his second goal of the night. Now up to 7 on the season, the freshman from Oxford, New Jersey. Played for the Boston Junior Bandits. Not quite the Junior Bruins, but still a good ice hockey pedigree developed there in junior hockey. And the Lancers cut it to 1. 4-3 the score. Brian Allen, left wing corner in the Lancer zone. Along for Boyle. Boyle for Etheridge. Up to the right side now. Lets off, tries to find Boyle, but trying to follow on there. Looked like none of the Lancers wanted to shoot it, just wanted to hold on to it, maybe try to do something else with it. Strange plays. And now in front to the right side, Etheridge backhand shot goes through the paint, but not on target. Weaver on the left side. Weaver now into the paint, dangerous. It's loose out in front, but the puck migrates now behind the net. Now back out in front, Worcester is buzzing. They have life after the breakaway goal from Drevich. Fitchburg flicks it down the length of the ice. Will it go for icing? It will not. Guys, just before the goal line, Weaver had to go get it, and he'll bring it up. 5 minutes to go, just about, as Vicario pokes it along, delayed offsides. Hayashi can't touch. Now it's Manning on the left side. Manning looking to center, went off a Falcon skate. Back the other way, Vicario. Stick battling with Drevich. On the near side boards in front of the Lancer bench. Now it comes out for Slocum. Manning. Pass on, misses. No icing called. Falcons clear down the length of the ice. Icing waved here as well. Under 4.5 to go. On the far side board, storming up the ice. Here comes Worcester looking for a wraparound. Purdy takes the shot. Now it's loose near the goal mouth. Where is it? It's now covered by McGrath. Did not go in the net. And a mob in front of the Falcon goal. One of the Falcons in the goal. Turned into a mess pretty quickly. Connor McPherson was the one who ended up in the net. The officials will discuss if they want to give out any penalties as part of this. I don't think they will. It's probably going to get pretty crazy in the final few minutes. 4:14 to go in regulation time. A 4-3 lead for Fitchburg State. Draw controlled by the Lancers. They turn around and shoot, but it's cut down. Fitchburg gaining the red line. This is Warilla. Warilla with 2 goals on the night. Around the boards. Tried to be slowed down by Pritchard. The Falcons send it back to the other end. It's Warilla by himself, flicking it along. Weaver backhands it down the boards, and Burns will take it at his own blue line. DiNicola, nice stick handling. Tries to find Figgy. Pass was a bit offline. DiNicola retrieves. Now Warilla on the left corner on a hat trick. Warilla looking to the left corner, finds Figgy. Figgy pinned into the boards by Corrales. Purdy there as well excuse me, as Purdy gets cross-checked there, and a penalty will be coming. Now the Lancers are going to have a power play. Falcons have to try to touch up, because the power play won't start until the touch is made. Some yelling. 3:07 to go, and Worcester's going to get their 4th power play of the night. And everyone on the Worcester side was appealing for a penalty on that cross-check. And it was pretty clear as day, too. A cross-check into the boards from behind. DiNicola will sit down for 2. His 9th penalty of the season. 3:07 to go and a timeout called. Looks like Worcester's got the timeout there with 3:07 to go in this game. Our next Hockey Night in Fitchburg broadcast will come in 2 weeks' time. It'll be the Fitchburg State Falcons taking on the Framingham State Rams. Game time, I believe, will be 5 o'clock for that one. Cross-checking was the official call on DiNicola. So the 4th power play begins for Worcester State. Moran with the shot saved by McGrath, and he covers. Now a question is going to be, will Shane Toporowski pull his keeper for an extra attacker on this power play and have potential 6-on-4 with a chance to equalize? But one downside is that if you do that, Fitchburg's got free shots at the empty net. Face off once again to the right. of Brian McGrath. So another strong game for the Falcons tonight. A line and blast, redirected in front, loose in front, and a goal to equalize! Worcester scores in the power play, and might have been Drevich with the finish! He'll lead the handshake line with exuberance. He'll complete his hat trick to tie it up at 4. But now the officials are going to come together and talk about this. There may be potential goaltender interference. I don't think there's any argument there. I don't think there's any interference. McGrath was down on his behind, down and out, and they were able to shoot it over him. But was he knocked down by a Lancer to start that? Let's have a look at the replay. It's possible Drevich may have made contact with him, but I don't think he really did. They've taken the goal off momentarily while they discuss this. The NCAA also has rules about man in the crease. And it is going to be a good goal. There was nothing on that replay that made me think that wasn't going to be given. So Tim Drevich has a hat trick for Worcester. And Dean Fuller now talking with the officials, not very happy with how that's developed. 2:41 to go in regulation time, and we are level again at 4. Just the 6th goal this year the Falcons have conceded on the kill. Shots now on the scoreboard, 43-28 in favor of Worcester State. Now Fitchburg have to respond if they want to come away with the 2 points. This game is going to go down to the wire. And now Worcester trying to push on, trying to get another scoring chance. Onto the left side boards. From the left side corner up to the right side. Kramer picks it up. To the red line, Fitchburg gains the zone, but it'll be taken by Allen. Nearly lost an inch, stays up on his feet. 2 minutes to go in regulation time. Up to the neutral zone, Drevich onto the right side, back for Drevich, takes the shot, saved by McGrath, another shot and another save by McGrath. Over 40 saves tonight for Brian McGrath, and that has been something that the Falcons have had to ask him to do so many times this season. Fitchburg is going to call their timeout with 1:44 left. Dean Fuller will talk strategy, figure out how the Falcons can try to come away with this one. Look for another goal. We're really into crunch time. Three goals today for Tim Drevich, the freshman from Oxford, New Jersey. One shorthanded, one even strength, one on the power play. The power play marker coming with under 3 minutes to go to give Worcester a 4-4 tie now. Tyler Orilla with 2 goals, both with beautiful individual efforts. On the scoreboard in the Civic Center, it's 44-28 Worcester. The shots on the live stats, the official tallies are 42-29 Worcester. Off the draw, quick shot. Just getting a piece of that was McGrath as well. Falcons gain the neutral zone, and this is Figge. Sasha Figge knocks it along. It's on the far side boards. Warilla battles for it. Under 90 seconds to go in regulation time. DiNicola along for Figgy, back for DiNicola. Knocked away by a Lancer. Burns off the boards. And a whistle. Delayed offsides, the Falcons didn't get the memo. They'll have a face-off just outside the zone with 69 seconds to go in regulation. Hayashi to take the draw against Purdy. Lancers trying to get their top line out there. Lancers backhanded into the zone. This is Victor. Victor tried to send it around the boards. The Lancer was waiting there. Now Vicario. Long pass down ice. Getting there first will be Germain. Castagno around the boards on the far side. Now Ryan James. James with a shot saved by McGrath, and he holds it against the Falcon head logo. 42.6 to go. You can see behind the Falcon goal, St. Bernard's Pope John Paul II High School. They're going to be playing in the game after us. They'll be treated to a show from a beautiful perspective. Draw to the left of McGrath, controlled by the Lancers. Moran tries to backhand, can't get it towards goal. Fitchburg tries to bring it out. This is Zerbe, takes it on goal, and Lignelli will cover. Hesitated for a moment, but now he'll cover it up. 31.1 to go. Falcons going to get their top line out there of Warilla, DiNicola, and Figgy. And the Swiss center, Sasha Figgy, to take the draw. Nearly controlled it, but it was taken by Jake Corrales. Out to the far side, Falcons keep it in the zone. Out to the left circle, Figgy trying to put some moves on. Disrupted by the Lancers. DiNicola on the left side boards, holding on to it. Now 13 seconds, Warilla punched into the boards as it pinballs around to the left wing corner. 5 seconds, turnaround shot, and Lignelli snares it out of the air. Just as he put his left hand up, he was just able to snare it. Draw will come to his right with 4 seconds to go in regulation. Would be a bit too aggressive with 4 seconds to pull for the extra attacker. Maybe if it was 2 seconds, but 4 is just a bit too much. On the draw, a big tie up in the circle, and overtime will be required to decide this game. 4-4 at the end of regulation time. Overtime records this season. The Falcons have played overtime twice. They tied both games. On October the 31st, a 4-4 tie against UMass Dartmouth, where they needed 3 goals in the final 4 minutes to force overtime. In a game just last week against Salem State, where the Falcons didn't score at all, but neither did Salem State. That game ended in a 0-0 draw, which I believe was if my research is correct, was the first 0-0 draw in Dean Fuller's tenure as head coach. As for Worcester State, they've played overtime 3 times, all in the calendar year 2018. They have lost all 3 games. And that includes most recently 2 nights ago, they lost to UMass Dartmouth. They also lost to Framingham State on January 11th, the team that's at the bottom of the standings in the NASCAC. And they lost to Connecticut College in a non-conference game on January the 16th. A con-call team that has Chris Jellison on it, the son of Jim Jellison, head track and field and cross-country men's coach for Fitchburg State. The teams will switch ends for overtime. Lignelli will now be defending the goal to the left. And it will be McGrath defending to the goal to the right. It'll be 5 minutes, 5-on-5. First goal wins. If there's no goal after 5 minutes, the game ends in a draw. Falcons win the opening draw, and we're underway in overtime. As Figgy tries to move it along, taken by the Lancers and Manning, but now Fitchburg takes it back in the neutral zone. Can't handle the passing there, and the ice still not still a bit ragged, as you'd expect. They aren't going to make ice for overtime here. McGrath behind his own goal, left it, but Moran was the first to get there. Centering pass, nobody there for Worcester. Going for the breakout pass, and this is DiNicola. DiNicola centering, can't find anybody. Worcester's got numbers coming back the other way. Moran, right side, shot, save by McGrath. 43 seconds gone in the extra frame. So as mentioned, the Falcons haven't won any games or lost any games in overtime. The last time they won a game in overtime at the Wallace Civic Center was 2008. It's been nearly 10 years. And I hope I'm not jinxing it by saying that. But here's Ricky Kramer into the zone. Kramer's got Gordon. Gordon shoots! Save by Lignelli. Good chance for Gordon as Kramer was able to find him. Held and tried to beat Lignelli 5-hole, but he shut it up. 55 seconds gone. Draw to the right. The Lancers will take it. Kalzinski around to the near side. Kramer digging in. And now a shot taken by McPherson from the left point. But Lignelli sticks that away. On the far side, James knocked to the ice. Gordon trying to win the puck. Falcons try to get a shot off. Goes all the way into the left corner. Now into the zone. That's Mike Palmer. Can't get anything on that as that's flipped down the far side boards. Cannot be handled by Corrales. And the Lancers have to reset. It'll be Weaver. For Corrales going D to D. And that one did not touch the Falcon bench, although the goalies put their arms up to protect themselves. As Fretz on the far side, trying to hit that breakout pass. Drevich, glad to get around Victor, tries to do so, gets a shot that goes off the back of the net. Now this is Vicario, a 2-on-2 perhaps for Fitchburg. Vicario into the zone, takes a bad angle shot, stopped by Lignelli. Vicario gets it back, Victor shoots, that goes wide to the left. Hayashi picks up, Germain, the right corner, now behind the net. Corrales tries to clear. Is it kept in by Victor? Yes, it is. And he sends it into the left wing corner as Manning gets there for the Lancers. Germain trying to dig it out. Halfway through overtime. Drevich dumps it in. Left back there by McGrath. The neutral zone, Fitchburg trying to push it along. Worcester takes it, spits it out. Victor, that goes off a Lancer stick, and it was a delayed offsides against Fitchburg. They were never fully on, so they were not eligible to try to get that. And they'll put the face-off just outside the Fitchburg zone with 2:10 remaining in overtime. McPherson off the draw. To center, Falcons pushing along, trying to find Warilla. Of course, he's on a hat trick, so they're gonna give him as much of the business as they can, the Lancers will. Worcester trying to break out from behind their own net. McPherson not allowing them to have it that easily. Slocum up to the far side, Sean Castagna. Off a Lancer now taking the center. Could be an odd man rush. This is Purdy. Drop pass. Takes the shot. Deflected into the netting, out of play. The shot off the stick of Ryan James. Now 96 seconds left in overtime. And the draw coming to the right of Brian McGrath. Worcester wins the draw, shot stopped by McGrath, rebound kicked out to the left side. Moran holding on to it in the right corner with Gordon on him. Lancers want a center for a one-timer, but Manning not able to get it off cleanly. Strong pressure by Burns. Falcons clear the zone. Now dump back in, McGrath will leave it. Lancers will change lines. 70 seconds left. Falcons will bring it up into the zone. They take a shot from the right side, knocked away by Lignelli. Worcester will try to come back the other way. Could have all the numbers there. As this is James. James looking for a wraparound. Now goes to the point, one-timer blocked by Allen. Just over-skated by Zerbe, couldn't get a chance to bring it back the other way. Now 40 seconds to go. James dropping back for Purdy. Can't get a shot off, poked off his stick by Gordon. Now it's Victor. He protects the puck, under 30. Flips it out of the zone, it goes to center. Knocked down by Drevich. Try to get that stretch pass for Gordon. Gordon trying to get on his horse there, but Slocum steps up and plays the puck, 15 seconds. Long stretch pass. Lancers trying to hurry, this is Moran. Moran, a drop pass into the skates of Zerbe, 5 seconds. Into the corner, Falcons trying to prevent them from getting a shot off. They won't get a shot off, and this game will end in a 4-4 tie. The goals went back and forth early on. Worcester scored, Fitchburg scored, Worcester scored, Fitchburg scored, and then a different type of ping pong in the third. The Falcons get 2 in a row, then the Lancers get 2 in a row, but nobody can find the decisive winner. And so this game will end in a 4-4 tie. Final shots in the game, as per the live stats. Worcester 47, Fitchburg 34. 30 saves for Corey Lignelli as he picks up his first tie of the season. And same for Ryan McGrath, who had to make a lot of incredible saves. Still ended up with 43 stops on the night as the Falcons get their second tie in 8 days. But it does extend their unbeaten streak to 5 games going back to the 13th against Wentworth. A strong effort by both of these squads, playing down to the wire. But in the end, as we say, goes 4-4 as a tie. The Falcons will go to 10-5-3 on the season. The Lancers now 11-6-1. Lancers' next game will be on February 1st. They have to take on the best team in the MASCAC in Plymouth State, a 7 o'clock start from the Worcester Ice Center. The Falcons will be back in action tomorrow night. They're playing the front half of a back-to-back today, as they are going to take on the White Mules of Colby College coming down from Waterville, Maine. That game will be a 5 o'clock start. And our friends at Falcon Sports Network on FitchburgFalcons.com will have that one for you. As you see on the bottom of the screen, all the wonderful all-volunteer crew here at FATV who helped bring us today's game. What brilliant coverage it was. So for everybody here at FATV, I'm Daniel Bolak. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time. Until then, so long from Fitchburg.